Hi, welcome to 5-Minute Financials with Jack Driscoll. Invest 5 minutes of your time with me to improve your financial well-being. Now, we talk a little more about this corporations and CEOs, and they're going to share all the money back with the employees and the public. But, don't be fooled. Some of these companies are and should take those profits and reinvest them back into the businesses to accelerate the growth of their businesses. So many people in public companies, and you own their stocks as shareholders, welcome that kind of news, where you'd say, no, don't share those benefits with the employees, reinvest them back into the company because it benefits the shareholders. Others of you would say, wait a minute, we're employees, share the benefits with the employees, don't share them with the shareholders. So there's a big difference there, but that the benefits will probably actually be realized. It's a matter of they won't all go to one place. Some of the companies will keep them. Some of the CEOs will keep them. Some of the company's shareholders will receive them. Some of the employees will receive them. And actually, it could filter out to even all of the customers through lower pricing or more competitiveness. So keep an eye on that. But I wanted to share with you, there's no one way that all these companies are dealing with this perceived benefit of the increased earnings on their companies due to potentially paying lower taxes. Now, the other thing is, many of us aren't concerned about, but I'll just touch on it, multinational companies, which I've brought up before, these international and overseas businesses. Well, I guess I should say there's kind of a punishment in here for overseas companies because, as you know, the administration is saying we want U.S. companies doing business in the U.S., keeping their profits in the U.S., and hiring and using tools and materials and people from the United States. So some of the changes in this tax code were trying to be the carrot and the stick to try to promote more domestic activity and domestic employment. So pretty much we're switching to a territorial system of taxation, which we haven't really had like this in this form before. And it means companies won't owe federal taxes on income they make offshore. But the way they're working this is to help the transition, because they're trying to transition companies to bring money into the United States that they're making overseas. Companies will be required to pay a one-time low tax rate, quote unquote, on their existing overseas profits. So what they're trying to do with the government saying, if you make money overseas, we won't tax you for it. Bring it back over here in the United States. But any money you've accumulated over there and it's sitting over there from prior years, we're going to put a low rate on it, bring it back into the United States at a 15.5% rate on cash assets that would be taxable bringing them back into the United States. But it is a low rate. And 8% on non-cash assets, like equipment in which profits were actually invested. So the government is trying to say, let's get everything back over here, ship it back over. Whether it's cash, whether it's equipment, we'll tax you on it at a low rate and then very favorable tax or not even tax in the future on earnings that you earn overseas if you bring it back. So they're trying to create huge incentives for international companies. Check with your CPA and tax advisor for any details on that if you need information in the future for how to conduct your business if you do anything overseas. Remember, it only takes 5 minutes to improve your financial well-being. Check back soon for more 5-Minute Financials with Jack Driscoll.